of course, good afternoon. Welcome. This is Focus 94.3 FM. Today, the 15th of September 2021. It's Gospel Wednesday right here on your number one super dial, Focus 94.3, the official radio station of course, the number one university in Ghana and West Africa, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. I hope that you've been blessed listening to all the soothing, blessed gospel music that we've been treating you to up from 10 a.m. until this time, or as we're going to continue to treat you to some good tunes. I'm talking about gospel music until 5 p.m. before we cross over to our sister station, City FM, at exactly 5:30.
In the Ghanaian city.
But in the meantime, at exactly 4 p.m., we'll take you to our sister station, DW, all the way in Germany, for the African link, exactly 4 p.m. But for now, we're coming up with an exclusive interview, a very important discussion that I urge you to pay attention, because you're definitely going to learn a lot. Now, if you look around, what's happening around our country and what exactly is happening around the world, there are 1,001 situations and conditions that people have found, or we found ourselves. And at least research has also indicated that if you take 10 people, at least you have a certain percentage of these numbers with mental issues or with genuine concerns and issues that leave them have nothing to do but depressed. And this and many reasons why the College of Counseling and Psychology is coming up with a seminar right here in Kumasi, and the seminar is happening on the 21st of September 2021 at the Nana Ajakoma Plaza, 3rd floor, opposite Trinity Oil Filling Station, Santase roundabout, Kumasi. And this afternoon we're just going to be talking more about that, why you should be part of this seminar. And if you are listening to us right now, you have interest or desire to become a counselor.
It's Focus 94.3.
Please pay attention to our discussion this afternoon. Remember that, did you even know that it's an offense to practice counseling in this country without training and licensing? We'll find out more shortly. And my guest, How great is our God? 8 minutes after 3 p.m. Focus 94.3. My guest this afternoon, Dr. Anthony Appiah-Kubi. He's a practicing medical doctor at the Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital in the Department of Family Medicine. And he's also a pastor at Fountain Gate Chapel at Diembra. He's also a lay counselor. And of course, tell you what, this man has got lots to tell us this afternoon. And then we've also been privileged to have been joined here by Mrs. Norman Lane. She's an architect in KNUST. And I'll leave her to tell us more about herself in connection to the College of Counseling and Psychology. Thank you very much for making time with us this afternoon as we begin our conversation. So basically, the College of Counseling and Psychology, CCP for short, is organizing a seminar which is coming up next Tuesday. And this seminar is targeted at ensuring that proper things are done, all right, to either see if you want to become a counselor or if you find yourself in a situation where you need to be counseled. And that's basically what we're going to be discussing on Focus 94.3 FM right about this time till the next couple of minutes. Stay with us.
To walk in victory. Satan, in case you never heard before, you walk up in a warrior.
All right, welcome to Focus FM, Dr. Anthony Appiah-Kubi and Mrs. Norman Lane.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We're privileged to have you here in Focus FM. Yes. So basically, first of all, let's begin the conversation. Tell us a bit about the College of Counseling and Psychology, CCP.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon to our listeners. My name is Dr. Anthony Appiah-Kubi, a medical practitioner in the Department of Family Medicine, Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital. I am also a pastor at Fountain Gate Chapel at the Diembra branch under Pastor Forson. I am also virtually becoming a lay counselor, having had the opportunity to study at CCP, which is the College of Counseling and Psychology. I got into this because I am a marriage counselor in our church. And I have come to understand that without due knowledge, it is difficult to do anything in this world. And to be counseling young couples without due knowledge, I thought I was being disservice to humanity. So I decided to seek the appropriate knowledge for this purpose. And that is how I got into CCP, College of Counseling and Psychology.
Okay. So just a bit about the College of Counseling and Psychology. How long has the school been in existence?
CCP, College of Counseling and Psychology, has been in existence since the year 2000.
Wow.
Under a different name, International Theological Seminary, ITS. And until 2014, where there was a name change to CCP, the International Theological Seminary was basically training theologians and counselors, but more of theologians then. But now, when Professor Samuel Ohineba Donyo decided that he was going to focus more on training counselors in Ghana, because he saw that need here in Ghana, he decided to change the name to CCP.
Okay.
And that was in the year 2014.
All right.
Now, CCP is affiliated to Trinity Theological Seminary
Okay.
at Legon,
Okay.
and is accredited by the Ghana Psychology Council. CCP, as it stands now, has its main campus at Accra,
Okay.
in the suburb of Hacho, I think Atomic Energy area in Accra. Currently, CCP runs virtual programs and in-house programs, face-to-face,
Okay.
in class. Since this college became accredited by the Ghana Psychology Council, things became very strict. And some of our courses were changed to suit the purpose of psychology.
Okay.
So currently we study psychology and we study family life counseling as well.
Okay.
We run intensive yearly programs made up of 5 models in a total of 25 weeks or 440 hours,
94.3.
with practicals as well. The 5 models run in 5 weeks, and for each week you have to cover 22 hours in lectures.
Okay. So basically, that's how the school runs. The model of the school.
Yes.
Okay. So.
So 25 weeks in 5 models of 5 weeks,
Okay.
and 22 hours each week. So basically it runs Monday evening, the virtual classes, Monday evening, Wednesday evening, Thursday evening, the entire Saturday and Sunday evenings.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so who qualifies to be admitted in the College of Counseling and Psychology? For example, is it, I mean, anybody at all, let's say high school graduates or university graduates, lecturers? What kind of, what group of people are eligible to enroll to the into the College of Counseling and Psychology? Okay.
Good afternoon, listeners. This is Mrs. Line, and I'm currently a student at the College of Counseling and Psychology.
Okay.
Now, in response to your question, the basic or minimum requirement for enrolling on this program is a high school certificate. That's the
Okay.
senior high school certificate.
Okay.
That's the minimum requirement. However, as per the caliber of people who have engaged or participated in the program, most of them are degree holders, ranging from the first degree to master's degree, and even some of them are doctoral degree holders. Interestingly, it has become an international program by virtue of the fact that we have people who are coming on board from as far as South Africa, East Africa, Liberia, far west of Africa, and we even have people from the central region of Africa. We have people who are engaging from the United Nations, people of all types of professions. We have police officers, security workers, nurses, medical doctors, construction workers, teachers, pastors are the main caliber of people, and counselors who enroll on the program. So really, it's open to anybody who has a passion for counseling, anybody who wants to be involved in the work of the ministry, to reach out to help people who are hurting in this world. So I hope this will encourage people who have that interest to come on board. Thank you.
By that, is there a specific age that one has to get? I'm asking this question because it looks like if you look around, you find people calling themselves counselors, and they do all kinds, or they provide all kinds of advices and counsel to all kinds of people in our current dispensation, especially in Ghana here. So is there any age limit that one has to get to be enrolled into the school, to be trained to become a counselor?
Yes, in a sense, I would say the minimum age requirement that's acceptable, on average, those who finished senior high school in Ghana would be around 18 or 19 years old. So let's take that as the lower limit, because we have people who are in their 70s enrolled on the program, people who are already practicing pastors, leaders of churches and ministries who have come on board. So really, there's no age limit per se, as in how old you are, so long as you're involved in the work of the ministry, social work, anything that has to do with building people's lives, you can apply and be considered for enrollment. Thank you.
Interesting. In case you just joined us, this is Focus 94.3 FM, and I'm talking to Mrs. Norma Lane and then Dr. Anthony Appiah Kubi. They are basically telling us about the College of Counseling and Psychology, a seminar that they've put together, which is coming up next Tuesday. That's on 21st of September 2021. You know what? It's happening at the Embassy of Life Chapel, Nanaja Koma Plaza, actually, third floor, opposite the Unity Oil Filling Station, Santasi Roundabout in Kumasi. It's very important that you take notice of our conversation. That's if you are interested in becoming a counselor. You know, it's you don't just have to get the interest to become a counselor, but then if you're a pastor or anybody, as you heard Mrs. Norma Lane indicate, if you're interested or into the ministry or the business of the ministry, you definitely have to at least get some level of education in terms of how to go about counseling. Is that not the case, Doc?
Yes, thank you very much, my honorable host. That is exactly what it is. Interestingly, when I hear this word in Twi language, akwankyerɛ, it seems to me as if that has become the norm of counseling in Ghana.
Yes, akwankyerɛ.
But akwankyerɛ to me, as per the definition of that word in Twi, is to show you the way.
Yeah. Akwankyerɛ.
Yes, to show you the way.
Yeah.
But counseling is not akwankyerɛ at all. You know, counseling is a mental health practice. It has nothing to do with a soothsayer or reading a crystal ball or attempting to threaten you by telling you things in the spirit that you don't know about, to frighten you and then manipulate you. Counseling is a science a health science program in the mental health area,
Okay.
just like medicine, learning to become a doctor. You can't just go and sit down and say, take this medication, take that medication, and then you will be okay. You have to have the knowledge before you can even prescribe. And when you prescribe any medicine, there must be a pharmacist who also oversee that or supervise that, so that you don't get the wrong medication. That is science. So it is with this mental health practice under psychology. You need to have at least some basic knowledge of science, basic knowledge of how the brain works, basic knowledge of how the human body works, and you have to understand what human emotions are. So it is not just a prediction that brings counseling to being, and it is definitely not a quanchre. Like I said, you can't get up without a license and go and practice medicine in Ghana.
That makes it offensive and illegal.
Absolutely. Under the Act 857 Part 5 of the Health Professions Regulation Body Act, it is stipulated that a person who holds himself or herself up as a counselor or practices counseling must necessarily be licensed by the government of Ghana through the Ghana Psychology Council, and that is the government body.
Wow.
This is not an association of churches, or excuse me to say, an organization. This is the government of Ghana forming a council to regulate psychology and counseling in Ghana. So you can't just get up and go and do this. And you definitely need knowledge. Even having studied at CCP, we will facilitate your licensure at with the Ghana Psychology Council, and there you will have to write exams.
Wow.
Just like medicine, you study anywhere abroad, you come to Ghana, Ghana Medical Council will have to examine you, prove you, and then test you before they release you to the health institutions to practice. So it is with this psychology, and the government of Ghana is doing so very well now, so that just to minimize more of this aquantre type of counseling that is depriving people of really what counseling is, and pushing them into more emotional problems than they have solved. So, like I said, we have a program coming up on the 21st of September, starting at 10 a.m.
Okay.
around Santasi Roundabout, across from the Unity Oil Filling Station. There's a plaza there on the 3rd floor. There's a church there. We are just having the seminar there. That is not where the Kumasi campus is going to be. It's entirely a different. It's going to be in an institution.
Okay.
But we are having this because of the proximity of that area, so that people can easily bus or travel and come and have access to this seminar.
Okay.
That we are inviting our president, the founder of CCP, Reverend Professor Ohineba Donyo. Again, Reverend Professor Samuel Ohineba Donyo. This morning he had a wonderful interview at Happy FM in Accra, and I can tell you it's on Facebook.
Okay.
And we are going to repeat a similar thing here in Kumasi on the 21st, just to sensitize and give information to people who are truly willing to become proper counselors and are willing to help people who are hurting, emotional, depression. I mean, all kinds of emotional problems that people are facing can be solved by counseling. And the amazing thing about CCP is that we use the Christian model as well as the scientific model. So it's intertwined, and the good thing about it is that now we even have a test that you can do before I mean, we call it a personality test.
Okay.
And you do that whether you want to get married or whether you want to do any enter into any profession. We have over 18 different tests that can give you a lot of help and information as who you really are and what you can do as a profession. I mean, in profession. And even if you want to get a spouse, we can run this test for both of you to see whether you, I mean, so that you can
fit.
know who you are and how you can manage yourself before you enter into that wonderful institution called marriage.
That's pretty
Thank you
much
very
interesting. Yes, and so we're also live on Facebook. Okay, so you can go to our Facebook page at Focus FM KNUST, and you get to at least. So after the interview, will still be the video will still be available, so you can watch it subsequently. So Mrs. Normalen, you are an architect in KNUST, and you're also a technical instructor. I'm sure you have other things that you do. Are you a pastor too?
Yes, both my husband and I are lay pastors, actually ordained. Yes, but we don't use the title because we're mainly mainstream in the circular profession. My husband works as a medical officer, and he's a trained clinical biochemist.
Okay.
And so he lectures here at KNUST as well. We worship currently with Calvary Charismatic Center, CCC, run by Reverend Ransford Obing. And then, but he has allowed us to work as missionaries in various other churches, especially as start-up ministries in Kumasi. So he's let us out to help build up other ministries, and we return to him and we report to him. And so currently we're back home, in a manner of speaking, at CCC. And yes, apart from our lay counseling, which we've done in various other ministries, my husband and I also run a youth program where we reach out especially to young ladies because their peculiar challenges that they go through in life at the different stages of growth. And it's interesting to note that with the spiritual knowledge, Bible-based knowledge we've been using to help these young ladies, and interestingly, young men attend our meetings too.
Interesting.
But you know, it was interesting to find out that after enrolling on the CCP program, there are actually stipulated guidelines, there are biblical bases for every aspect of counseling in various areas of human life and endeavor. And so, in a nutshell, apart from our work here on campus, where we lecture, and apart from our private lives where we work as lay ministers, we're also involved in reaching out to young people and helping establish them in the faith. Thank you.
And that's something that I think I'm pretty much interested and want us to communicate to people out there along this line, because after all your doctorates, your many education, the many experiences you have over the years in the work of the ministry, you are still linked with the College of Counseling and Psychology. Were you once a student there?
I'm currently a student
there. Oh, you're currently a student there.
Yes, so and I'm in the last portion of the final module. And the behind all this is the need to be a certified lay counselor.
Okay.
You see, we have been using the term counselor carelessly in Ghana. Everybody who stands on the pulpit to advise people, in a sense, calls themselves counselor.
Yes.
But then we're beginning to understand that counseling is actually a calling. It's not just that, it's also a professional practice. And you need
to be trained.
And you need certification. It is a criminal offense to stand and use a title of counselor and not be certified by the Ghana Psychology Council. And so with the College of Counseling and Psychology, after you go through the requisite training, number of hours required for learning the theoretical aspects of counseling, there's still 300 hours of practical training that comes after your licensure as a lay certified counselor. you still have to go through the clinical training and practice on the field. So imagine I have my most recent qualification is a Master of Philosophy, and my husband has actually finished with his doctoral training. But here is a situation where even like Dr. Pierre Kubi, who is a fully licensed medical officer, we still identify the need to bring ourselves and humble ourselves for further training as counselors.
Sure. That's the most important thing here now that I want our listeners to really pay attention to, because now it looks like, as I indicated in my intro, that there seems to be so many counselors in the system. You can't justify or confirm whether or not they are certified or they are really the counselors that we need. And I'm also seeing that not only pastors need to go through this counseling training, but institutions such as schools and other institutions really need at least some counseling units at their services or their institutions in order to help their people as well. Is that the case?
Yes, that is the case, because like my sister Norma Lane said, we have police officers who have come through training. We have nurses. We have doctors. Even engineers who work with somebody who say brick and mortar. Because in their churches, probably they and their spouses have become counselors, so-called marriage counselors. There has been the necessity now to come and acquire knowledge so that they can do that job very well. Not just pass on your marital experiences, be it good or bad.
Okay.
Pass it on to the young generation, knowing very well that you cannot have two couples having the same temperament. You know, even two people might not necessarily have the same temperament. Something might change. So we run this temperament test that will even help you more to understand people in diverse ways. And that is part of this counseling program that we are introducing to you today.
Okay.
We have head of institutions like high schools, private schools in Ghana here now, police organizations, CIDs, you know, even BNI, you know, personnel will need a personnel there who might be able to counsel people, right?
Sure.
So we are looking at all institutions in Ghana. Definitely, even in schools, when you are going to choose a subject, we call somebody a professional counselor, right? Or even to help you
choose your course.
Course counselors.
Okay.
We have them in institutions, don't we?
We do.
Yeah. So we are even looking at even kindergarten teachers.
Wow.
Who will be able to understand the children, that they have different temperaments, they are different, entirely different beings, and you have to know who they are in order to handle them and train them very well. I understand Prof. Donyo was telling me the other day that in Tema, some private schools brought all their children to run the test.
Wow.
And they have provided the information, the report, to the various teachers, class teachers, so that they can know who a child in that class is and how to handle them. That is great. And that was an entire institution, not just one, and it's becoming a practice now in Accra. So I am looking forward to us coming to Kumasi here to establish a campus where we will have a lot of teachers, a lot of pastors, a lot of professionals come through to acquire knowledge so that they can do proper counseling.
Okay, but first you're having to come up with a seminar, the awareness and sensitization seminar, which is coming up on 21st of this month. So are you looking at establishing a campus in Kumasi here?
Yes, please.
And when is that happening? Any timeline?
On that day, the 21st of September,
Okay.
we will have application forms
Oh, okay.
ready at the premises.
Okay.
So it is sensitization and awareness and enrollment all together.
Wow, interesting.
Those who, after the 2 sections of seminar by Reverend Professor Samuel Ohineba Donyon, we will have all these informations available. Even how to become a student. You will have to fill an application form. Then you attach your relevant highest education certificate with transcripts. Then you have 2 letters of recommendation and a letter of intent with a passport picture.
Okay.
So it's not just come and be part of us. No. This is
Okay.
a well-established institution with our main campus in Accra already. And we are just extending our services to Kumasi here. All right. So when you do all that, you can scan and email this to our email address.
Okay.
ccpghana.edu@gmail.com. I repeat that.
CCP Ghana.
Yeah, ccpghana.education.edu@gmail.com.
Okay.
And then you can also submit it by hand if you so wish.
Okay.
So and our fee payments options are very, very flexible. The fees are heavily subsidized. If you want to pay the full payment, that is all right.
Okay.
It's accepted. However, you can also pay 50% down payment,
Wow.
whilst the rest we spread it in 4 equal portions
Okay.
till you start writing your exams.
Right.
So we are very flexible, and a lot of people have been able to afford with this payment plan. Thank you so very much.
Thank you to Doc. So we're wrapping up the conversation in a bit, but we've got about 20 minutes to 4 p.m. Exactly 4 p.m. We'll take you to DW all the way in Germany for the African Link news. But in the meantime, we've been telling you about the upcoming awareness and sensitization seminar, which is organized by the College of Counseling and Psychology, CCP. All right, and remember that CCP is affiliated to Trinity Theological Seminary in Legon, accredited by the Ghana Psychology Council. And the seminar is happening here in Kumasi at the Embassy of Life Chapel at the Nanaja Koma Plaza, 3rd floor, opposite Unity Oil Filling Station, Santasi Roundabout. So, Doc, are there contacts? Because I'm sure that now whoever is listening to us, our listeners might be really interested in really being part of this seminar and also possibly enrolling into the CCP. Any contacts, or how do they get in touch with you for any further detail?
Thank you very much, my dear host. Yes, we do have contacts, but I quickly want to say that this seminar is free.
Free.
This is free.
Wow.
Free to come and listen, get information, all you want about CCP. So if you wish, you enroll or you fill an application form, or you buy the application form and you fill it at your own time. Right now, we have enrollment taking place. Actually, this year, we enrolled in January, March, June, July, and August. August was the last enrollment, but I think probably we'll have one more enrollment before the end of the year.
Wow.
So we are very flexible because we have them online and then in-house. No, we are very flexible, and you can choose whichever you want.
Okay.
So, yeah, the numbers are 030 255 3947.
Okay.
That is our main campus line
Okay.
in Accra.
All right.
Landline 030, I repeat, 255 5947.
Okay.
39.
Then the next one is 054 899 7419. That is a cell phone number. There's a third number, 0244 215 133.
Okay.
I repeat, our landline 030 255 3947.
Okay.
030 255 3947 and 054 899 47. I'm sorry, 7419.
054 899 7419.
Yes, please.
Okay.
054 899 7419. And the line 030 255 3947.
All right. Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Anthony Appiah-Kubi. Mrs. Norman Lenz, so as we're wrapping up, I'm very much interested in what you have chosen to do, especially with your qualifications and all of that. You are still a student of this particular counseling and psychology. That's the College of Counseling and Psychology. And then you're also, not only that, you're also helping out in this seminar to also bring other people on board. Give your last words to people who are interested in joining.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity to let people know about what CCP, the College of Counseling and Psychology, is doing. And I would like to encourage students as much as possible, because your future is ahead of you. And if you take the right decisions now, you more or less guarantee a successful future. Many of you students are involved with various activities in church, at the campus, working with different groups on campus. And I would like to appeal to you to consider taking this program. If for whatever reason it will help you in your choice of career, it will also help you with the choice of your lifelong partner. It will also help you on how to look after your children, because it will teach you the Christian and psychological counseling skills to relate to people of different age groupings. So at this juncture, I'd just like to say, as a student, it's an intensive program. And you can finish all you have to do during the daytime and then settle down in the evenings and come on board, go online, sign into the class page and listen to lecturers, seasoned lecturers, some of them trained up to doctoral level.
Wow.
And they're there teaching us different subjects, very interesting ones, from introduction to psychology, introduction to exceptionality. This has to do with people with special needs. Then we also have family and marriage life counseling. We have subjects like the biological basis of behavior. Because here on this program, we are not just looking at the Christian element of counseling, we're also looking at the psychology, the science of psychology. Why do people do what they do? What goes on in them? Is it based on something happening biologically in their physical makeup, or is it happening in their mind?
Wow.
And so we're taught how to identify these things, what we call intake. We do an initial assessment, and then based on the principles we have been taught, we can come up with a diagnosis. And based upon that diagnosis, we can use various therapies to help people out. So at this point, I would like to say to all the wonderful listeners of Focus FM, thank you very much for giving us your time, and we hope that we'll be seeing you next week, Tuesday, the 21st of September, at this sensitization and awareness program. And I'm quite certain you will not regret it. You really enjoyed.
Definitely.
Thank you very, very much.
Definitely.
God bless you all.
Well, privileged to have you, and thank you so much for joining us here. Doc, your final words.
Thank you very much, my dear host. I want to encourage listeners to come and join us for this sensitization and awareness program on the 21st, which is a Tuesday, Founders Day. It's a public holiday.
Yeah.
So by 10 o'clock, you should be up from your bed and ready, running to come and listen to Reverend Professor Ohineba Donyo. If this is what we can tell you, I can't imagine what Professor Ohineba Donyo will be giving you.
Definitely.
And he is the founder of this institution.
Definitely.
I also want you to know that it is not every misbehavior that is backed by demons. Some of them are practically human nature.
Okay.
And this is where the pastors will learn where to chase out demons and where to correct behavior.
Interesting.
And I'm telling you, you'll be amazed. A lot of things we see, we think, oh, this is demon, this is demon. Well, we have a lot of demons around, but we have a lot of bad behavioral practices around as well.
Too.
And we'll be able to differentiate all this, and you'll become straight-minded, and you will love it. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much too for coming, and of course my appetite is west to really take part in this seminar and possibly enroll in the school as well. I have interest in becoming a psychologist.
And if I was the sun, yes, I would rise early in the morning and shine my light so bright. If I was an angel, I would sound the alarm for the whole of creation to bow at your feet. Yes, sir. Happy is the only one. I have come to give you praise, to give you praise, to give you worship, to give you worship. Hallelujah. Happy is the only one. I have come to give you praise, give you, give you worship.